fall in the direction of the way his lock will come apart. Boom. Now he tries to move, hitchhiker, can't hitchhike. And I come on back, control those thumbs, or that thumb, and finish. Okay, but we have an X break, and something in our head says we need to do a triangle. How do I do this technique? I switch first, make a good grip, cinch my elbow tight, okay? My right heel, I want that tight into the neck. When I take my left foot out, left hand's coming underneath. He's trying to move. Go under the neck, cradle his neck, grab onto your shin, pull him, open, close, open, close. If he comes right up on top of you, open, close, and cinch it, and make sure you have an angle so that he can't stack you. At this angle, Gary's not stacking. He's a big dude. Try, lift, stand up, try to do something. Stand up. You can't even stand up right now. He's under such tension. I'm sorry, brother. Okay. And I wasn't even squeezing him. I was just keeping my triangle. So, yeah, we'll go over that. Okay. You ready? Yeah. Okay. Teach me grappling. How's it going, everyone? I'm back, and today what I'm going to show you guys, I want to talk about a quick subject. Let's go down the mat. Okay, you can come down too. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is valuing your techniques, guys. I had this discussion. I really wish I would have videoed the session that I had with all my guys. Class just ended, and I had this great talk, and I screwed up and I didn't videotape it. Everybody probably has those moments sometimes where you're like, man, I wish that was recorded. So either way, I'm going to do my best to try to give you the same information, just me, you, and Gary here. So it wasn't Gary that was making the mistake tonight, but it's a common mistake among students. You don't value your techniques. You got to value your techniques better. So what you want to do, what I mean by value, is you put a value on a position, let's say side control, that has a certain value. And to some of you, you value mount more than side control. Some of you guys disagree and you go, no, side control is worth more than mount. Now, it's not in my book, but the point is you place a value on it, and that's important. You got to be able to do that. I would value an arm bar where a guy's on his back more than an arm bar when he's on top of me. I value that arm bar more. That means when I get a guy in an arm bar, okay, and we can probably turn towards the camera. Turn, Gary. There we go. Okay, so I value this position a lot more than if he comes up. Okay, okay. Okay, and if we're here, I don't value this as much as the other. This is closer to him escaping than the other. I would much rather not have Big Gary on top of me. If I can get Gary on his back, it's a lot easier. So this is important. I had a student tonight get into what's called the X break. So here's your technique that you get to learn, but don't forget the overall summary of what I'm talking about, the valuing of techniques. That way you don't make bad trades. I always want to make a good trade. Okay, so here's the X break. He had 1 foot through, and in fact, it was not, the first one wasn't this one. When he landed into the armbar, he was like this. And almost all the time I ever teach when I'm here, since this leg is not over the face like it should be, I want to make sure that I put my right foot through for X break. So I put my right foot through the hole. Okay, his opponent was fighting it for a little bit, but he finally got it through. And then once he achieved this position, the X break, you basically squeeze your legs like this, and I can straighten. There's a lot of tension on Gary, try to hold. And then now I just have to lean and break that grip. Now, when he tries to escape, try to move. This is a really controlling position. Keep moving. Turn your thumb. Hitchhiker. Yeah. I can control his thumb and come right back I'm turning his thumb towards his legs. Now the only way to escape is to try to sit up. And that's not gonna happen. And then now I can finish, okay? And get that arm bar. Now, I place a high value on this position. For me, I will trade this for this just about any time. Like, this is still a great position. I'm close to a finish. But I value this position more. It doesn't matter which one's on top. It could be like this, or it could be like this. They both work really well. Okay, so let me talk about what my student did. So my student went like this, and he tried to pull, and he felt like he couldn't do it, which happens. The guy's strong, he doesn't want to let go. So he attempted for a good 2 to 3 seconds to try to separate. And when the 2 seconds went by, he went, oh, I got him to do something else. It's not working. So he made a bad trade. He went from this move to here. Can you guys see what he's going for? He's going for a triangle, okay? So he was like this, and then he went like this. He reached for the head, he pulled, and this is what he wanted. He wanted to get a triangle and choke. But what ended up happening, the second he reached and grabbed for the head, his opponent walked towards me, and then he pulled his elbow to the mat. Once the elbow went to the mat, he felt the triangle was gone, and so he let go and got back on top, and at least placed a value on salvaging the control and went back to side control. But he didn't get his finish. So that's bad. You have a high value position. Why would you trade it for a triangle? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, now what I ended up showing him, I said, first of all, you got to place a high value on this position. Okay, high value. And then, and by the way, he had his left arm through, so he was trying to do this, it didn't work. And then he went to the triangle, one more time, watch. Pulled it out, reached with this hand, the guy walks towards me and rips the elbow to the mat. And then back on top. So you can see how that's too loose. It's a big mistake. So go ahead, lock again. Yeah, that's okay. All right. So here, I showed him, I go, look, I don't make this trade, by the way. With me, I'm gonna stay here until I finish you. If I ever do, I mean, maybe this guy's Incredible Hulk, and I do have to try something different, and that's different. But normally I would say, stay in this position, it's pretty damn strong. But let's say I am gonna go to a triangle. How can I do this to make the trade better? Okay, so here's the lesson as far as the technical lesson. Right here, watch what I do first. Take my right hand, switch. Because I know I'm gonna go to a triangle. I've already decided. Next, I'm going to take my foot out. As I take my foot out, I know he wants to escape. So what I do is I grip this arm and I pull it towards my thigh. So it is tight. My elbow is not elbow deep anymore. I go shallow and I make it go over here, cinch it tight. Okay? So that when, go ahead and come on back. No, please, to the X break. Yeah. So then when I take this out, my right heel clamps down to the neck, go and walk towards me. See that? And I'm pulling, leg curling this in, try to pull that elbow to the mat. It's very difficult. Next, I'm not gonna waste any time in doing this. Slide my hand under his neck and grab my shin bone. That's gonna cradle his neck, and now he can't escape. You can get some angles, please, Dan. Just get some different angles. Walk around us. See all that? Okay, now, the triangle is not tight whatsoever. Super loose, but now, as I lean back right here, like this, if the guy wants to get up, we're gonna try to get up, I'm gonna keep him down. I use my grip right here on my leg to keep him down. I want him to come up, or at least try to. See, because that, I'm gonna use that, and now watch, I release my shin bone, straighten my leg, and chop down, and I just made it tighter. So slow, I'm loosening, see how I loosen? There's a giant triangle hole right there. I'm just gonna let go of my leg, hold his neck, open, close, re-grab. If I need to do it again, I'll do it again. So if he especially if he tries to come up on top, like a lot of dumb guys will, open, close, now he's in deep trouble. Lock the triangle, and everything's perfect. I can just kick back. I can do Nate Diaz and flip off the cameras. and squeeze and finish, okay, because it's in. So if you guys ever, let's say I'm in a standard armbar. If I'm in a standard armbar and I want to do this technique, I want to go to the triangle. I don't want to have this arm through, because if this arm is through and I were to stab this one through, when I go to the triangle, I have this problem. My left arm is through the loop. What if he doesn't come up? If he stays down, he walks in a circle and pulls his elbow, he starts to escape. So this arm is not helping to keep his arm in this zone. So what I want to do is go back to a standard armbar. I pummel right arm through, okay, take my left hand out. I make a grip and I pull it towards my thigh. Okay, as I pull it towards my thigh, I'm still making him think I want this arm. He's pulling tight. Yeah, keep going, pull, yeah. I stab through and now I'm pulling it this way. Next, I bring my right heel to his neck so he can't escape. Try to move, boom. The second you lifted your head, he gave it to me. What if he leans his head on the mat? I dig under and grab. Try to move. Okay, pull him. Okay, now I'm in this position. I'm ready to go. I pulled his back off the mat, so now I can make my triangle better. And I'm kind of baiting him to come up. If he never wants to come up, try to fall towards your back. See that? I'm keeping him here. I'm gonna keep trying to go towards your back. I'm gonna try to make the adjustment without him coming up. There it is. I got a little bit. Now I'm gonna get more, keep trying to resist. Wait for the right moment. Boom, boom. Now I got it tight enough. I'll lock. And now this is not the best triangle whatsoever. Still cocked, a little bit off, but I can measure and value this position, and it's valuable to me. Go ahead and survive. Yeah. So, last time, come on back. So again, talking about value. First of all, you have an X break position, value this position, man. This is an outstanding position. Of course, if you have a He-Man that will not, you just cannot break their lock, then maybe, you can just stay here for a while and cook them. Cook their arm first for a little bit, but just stay here. They're gonna be in deep trouble. I'm just relaxing my legs. They're straight and he's under huge tension. His hands are getting tired. Boom, hit him. Boom, I get it, okay? Or I start to fall in the direction of the way his lock will come apart. Boom. Now he tries to move, hitchhiker, can't hitchhike. And I come on back, control those thumbs, or that thumb, and finish. Okay, but we have an X break, and something in our head says we need to do a triangle. How do I do this technique? I switch first, make a good grip, cinch my elbow tight, okay? My right heel, I want that tight into the neck. When I take my left foot out, left hand's coming underneath. He's trying to move. Go under the neck, cradle his neck, grab onto your shin or even your instep if you start with this. Work your way up your shin, okay? Pull him, open, close, open, close. If he comes right up on top of you, open, close, and cinch it, and make sure you have an angle so that he can't stack you. At this angle, Gary's not stacking. He's a big dude. Try, lift, stand up, try to do something. Stand up. You can't even stand up right now. He's under such tension. I'm sorry, brother. Okay, and I wasn't even squeezing him. I was just keeping my triangle. So hope you guys enjoy that lesson. Remember, value your techniques. Place a value on them. That value is different for everyone. I was talking with someone, I said, I would value that X break armbar over a guillotine choke. But at the same time, that's not right. Because what if the guillotine choke is really, really good position, it's really tight, then maybe that guillotine has a higher value. But I'm just talking about like a run-of-the-mill guillotine, the guy's on top of me, maybe I have the guard, I have my hands locked. Maybe it's not really tight yet. For me, I definitely would value the X break armbar over that, generally speaking. But when you do that in your brain, you do that calculation, that's huge in jiu-jitsu. You have to be able to value something. If you have side control and you're gonna slide over to the mount and you start to slide to the mount and the guy puts you in the guard, you didn't value what you were doing. You went for something big, mount, and you took a risk that was unnecessary. The goal would be Go from side control, try to go to the mount. If the guy even starts to put you back in the guard, go back to side control. Or if say he gets your ankle in quarter guard, you immediately connect to a good position and slide out of there and go back to side control. So you don't want to ever go down the ladder or the staircase. We always want to move up. We always take everything and we give nothing. Okay, it's a really, really important concept. It's not the submission only style. I compared, guys, the submission only competition game. It creates a style where you just go for stuff, and you're like very carefree. You jump for a Kimura, and then he escapes, and then he goes after you, and then you try to go for a leg lock, and then it's a good style because it gives you like fast moving submissions constantly, but at the same time it's very positionally just lazy. You don't really care as much with that style, but that's not bad. It's good to do that because it helps you get really fast with your quick draw. It's like quick draw. You're constantly pull out a gun and shoot right away at any moment's notice. But you guys got to have a positional game too, and that's something that the points tournaments do for you. You take a guy down, you pass his guard, you control him in side control for 3 minutes, you give him no hope, you get that knee on belly, you start riding him real good, he feels the pressure, he hasn't been able to replace guard once, he thinks, I'm out of this match. And then the mount comes, the back comes, and then the finish will come. So that's the idea. But you want to have both styles. If you're too positionally dominant and that's all you do and you don't get submissions, maybe you need to jump over to the submission only style. But for today, what is the lesson? Value your techniques, never make bad trades. Don't go from one really good position to one inferior position, okay? Or even just a lesser dominant position. Only move up the staircase, okay? That's the lesson for today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gary. Hope you guys learned something. Click that link down below at Patreon and PayPal. Please support this channel. I work really hard. I want to keep giving you guys great stuff. I got stuff planned for the future of 2019, and I'm so excited. So thank you so much. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bam! Let's get out of here. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. Let's go eat, Dan. You hungry?
Starving.
Let's go eat. Oh, dude. Here. Check this out. We just got done. What were you say?
I was just about out at one point during that video. You were telling me to come up and stack you, and I was like two seconds away from being completely blacked out.
I wasn't even squeezing you, Gary.
It was pretty tight.
What do you think that means?
It works.
It works.
Good stuff.
It works. Later.